Now, guys, this YouTuber named CD Fury made a video about saying that Megan Marks is not black, which he is correct, but then he goes on this tangent where he says that black is not a race, which is pretty retarded, so let's play it.
Now, keep in mind that she's using the term black and white to represent two different races of people, but we all know that black and white is referring to a person's status. I've said a new.
So let me just take a wild guess. If you're rich, you're white, and if you're poor, you're black. So I, who have over $500,000, is in the 1%. I'm white to this guy, but when I was poor, I was black. So what? You just like born black, and then like if you work hard enough, you can be white. This is what this guy's mindset is.
There's occasions that black is not a race, it's a socio-economic status. But I'm going to prove that once again in this video.
So, can a person lose their whiteness when they lose their wealth? Like, let's say a person goes into bankruptcy and they lose all their money. Is they suddenly black now to you?
And while doing so, further prove that Meghan Markle is not black. Now, you see, many people are using the one drop rule, and some are using.
But wait a minute, I'm confused. Why isn't she black if black is a sociological status? Since wait a minute, she's rich, so she's white now. But when she was growing up, she was less rich, so was she black? According to your whole belief that black is a sociological status?
Using the 3/5 clause in the U.S. Constitution as proof that Meghan should be classified as a black woman. You see, when we look back, for example, at apartheid in South Africa, we see Koreans, Japanese, Taiwanese, and Chinese people were labeled white. They were given or granted an honorary white status.
So you see that he put honorary, so he wasn't labeled white. They were given honorary status. Nobody believed that they were white. You even said that. And what's the difference between people saying that Megan is black because she has the one drop rule or her mother is black, and you saying that people are not black because some sociological status bullshit? Like, what's the total difference?
This is to say they were referred to as white people. And
As you can see in the video, they were referred as honorary white people. And I just like to say that Chinese wasn't considered white because the Chinese wasn't rich enough to be a honorary white person. According to this graph, Chinese.
all the privileges that white people enjoyed. When we fast forward to as early as 2008, we find that Chinese South Africans have been reclassified as.
The reason why Chinese South Africans were considered black is because they weren't considered white because they wasn't Japanese or Korean, as the Japanese dealt with a lot of South African business. So they were considered honorary white. And the reason why Chinese are considered honorary black is because they were poor and impoverished. So I guess your theory would work in South Africa, but we're not in South Africa. We're in America.
Black. You see, throughout history, people have been classified and reclassified for political reasons and propaganda. Some people will argue that so-called black people have always been called black in America, which is completely incorrect because we've seen all the documentaries and all the images of so-called black people being called Negro and colored.
Wait, you realize that Negro literally means black in Spanish, right? This guy can't be that stupid.
Let's look at the fact that back in the 1940s, Europeans in America were considered black.
No, they weren't. Are you talking about the Italians and Irish? Well, the Irish were considered less than blacks because at least black people kept their houses clean. That's what they were believed to be. But after World War II and they fought with the Union, many of the bigotry against Irish people in America vanished, while the Italians, at least in the southern Italy region, they were considered as mixed since they dealt with a lot of Africans and North Africans. So they thought that they wasn't considered pure white. They wasn't considered black at all.
We can even look at the case of Mr. Hefney, an individual who today we would classify as a black man. But what we find is that when he migrated from Egypt to America, he was classified as a white man.
Actually, he would still be classified as a white man because North Africa and the Middle East, North Africans and the Middle Eastern people are considered white because for years they drew in the box that they were white. So the census just put them white automatically. He would still be considered white even though he's what you call it, Egyptian.
You can find his video on YouTube, and it shows him speaking about how he fought with the U.S. government to be classified as a black Egyptian and not a white man.
Ironically, he's not even classified as a black Egyptian today.
People, look, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing for so-called African Americans.
Yes, you are embarrassing yourself. And you even admit that you called black people black a few minutes into this video. So, hey.
And I'm urging so-called African Americans, so-called blacks in America, to do their research.
And I'm urging you to do your research.
Stop being so emotionally tied up with old ideas and this pro-black feel-good rhetoric, right?
None of you are actually not pro-black. Y'all are actually pro-black loathing, and even y'all try to distance yourselves from the black community by calling yourselves all kind of bullshit.
Examples that I provided have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that black is not a race.
Actually, no, it haven't. How come black couldn't be a sociological status and a race at the same time? These are not mutually exclusive things. And it would seem that white would be seen as a sociological status since they put it as honorary white. They didn't even call them whites to begin with. So it kind of makes you look stupid.
It is a status. And anybody, and I mean anybody, no matter the skin complexion, can be classified as white. To further,
the reason why most Latinos are classified as white is pretty complicated, as Latino is not considered a race. So many Latinos actually put themselves as just other or white, but they're surely not white. And some of these Latinos actually put themselves as white because they're mixed with white people, mestizos to be exact.
To prove my point, I'm going to go above and beyond. I'm going to give you a quote from the book Black Robes, White Justice. On page 135, Supreme Court Judge Bruce Wright says he was constantly amazed at the fact that Hispanics were invariably described as white, no matter what their obvious pigmentation might be.
Well, that's just to boost the white numbers. I mean, really, we should have something like Native South American or Native or Indigenous South American to qualify them as a race. But no, they just have only 6 selections of race, and some of them put themselves as white.
Now, I know some,
Or they're forced to be put as white because the government does it.
people are going to say, dude, you're full of it because on your channel you have videos referring to black Americans as black. So,
Yep, showing that he's a hypocrite. And he tries to prove that black is a sociological status, but he mostly just sticks to just proving that white is a sociological status, not black. Pretty fucking retarded.
what you're saying is hooey. And to those people, I would say, I am guilty of calling so-called black people black, and I do so for...
Wow. So this guy is not even clever enough to make another racial name for black people. I mean, do you know how fucking retarded he looks?
communication purposes only, because so-called black people have not come together to agree on what they want to be called. They have decided to go along with the term black, and so I'm using the term black in other videos just for communication purposes. I think I've pretty much proven my point that...
No, you have not. You've proven that you're a hypocrite. I mean, originally, if you stick to the whole Megan wasn't black thing, she's biracial, then that would have made a good video. But then you made this whole tangent that black is not a race, which is pretty fucking retarded, and I have to say, you suck.
Meghan Markle is not black. But before I go, I want to just leave you with something to think about. I want you to...
How come biracial is not considered a sociological class since you consider black as a sociological class? I mean, many black people like myself have 5 to 20% white in us and look fully black. That's because, well, my grandmother, she was a full white woman, and well, my great grandmother was a full white woman. My grandmother is mixed, and she married the darkest man that she could find on her native country, and then popped out my father, which popped out me.
think about this particular fact. I want you to research it. Research the fact that in Europe, Russians call Chechens and Caucasians black. Not...
The reason why they call them black is because of their black hair, not because they're fucking have black skin. That's pretty retarded.
white. I want to thank you for watching this video, and I want you to leave your comments below and let me know.
Nope. This is pretty dumb. This was a pretty dumb video.
If you think Meghan Markle is a black woman.
She's not, and neither do you. Hell, you don't even think that black is a race. So why even say that she's not even black if it's a sociological status? And I don't see you saying that white isn't a race or a sociological status. Nobody is considered honorary black.
And if so, why? Be sure to share, subscribe.
All right, now he's just whoring out. But anywho, I just proved this guy's a moron. Please like, subscribe, share the video. And I am out, guys.